Sup guys, remember when we did this challenge where we only used Mew EX and used his move genome hacking? And how genome hacking works is that you copy the moves of the opponent's active Pokemon. Well, if we did that, but instead of copying the opponent's active Pokemon, we copied the moves from the hand or the bench. Well, that's where this Mew comes in that does exactly that with its move Miraculous Memory. And another reason why I'm doing this challenge one is because I was able to somehow get the immersive shiny card of this Mew. To play the clip. Okay, let's just get this over with and talk about the rules of this Mew deck. Rule number 1, I can only use Miraculous Memory. Rule number 2, earn 3 points by KO. Concedes don't count unless it's a guaranteed win. And rule number 3, random PvP matches only, so I don't have to battle this in front of my friends so I can get an easy win. Also, I'm doing this in like the competitive mode of the random PvP. Anyway, here's the deck. As you can see here, we have like some cards to increase our HP and to heal, because let's face it, a Mew with 50 HP isn't going to last long. So we had to like increase it as much with a stadium card and some capes. I was also able to get some cards to do some drawing some more basics that are 50 HP or less, because let's face it, if I have like 2 mana feeds in my deck and I don't draw the right cards, I would be very annoyed. And also Cyrus and Sabrina just to switch around some places. Anyway, let's do this with round number 1. Okay, let's do this in attempt number 1. So, attempt number 1, we kind of have to skip because, let me show you what happens. As you can see here, my opponent does absolutely nothing. And you don't want to know why? Well, because there was an error. Yeah. Okay, attempt number 2. So for attempt number 2, we got an opponent being this person with an EV profile. And we're starting off with a pretty good hand. A mana feed to get ourselves some water, energy, and a Mew to do the attacking. So here's what I did. First I placed down my second shiny Mew. And then I used the splashing thing to give it the water energy. The shiny immersive Mew, the water energy. My opponent uses Pokeball. And they put down an Abra. And put down a psychic-like terrain thing. Or a stadium card that for a psychic Pokemon, whatever it is. Ignore the MNJTV subreddit. Draw another Manaphy. And use the move to copy Waltz. Can't believe I got a Waltz move. Anyway, my opponent's now confused. Then they put out another Waltz down. Anyway, I got a Sabrina, which I probably should have used because I was able to somehow get a Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir, as the attack, which is pretty cool, but still probably should have used the Sabrina. Because now we have to deal with Kadabra, which destroyed my Mew. Ain't no way a cape and a playing stadium card is gonna save that. Anyway, I was able to get Espeon and use the Sabrina to switch and get an Espeon move. And my opponent, and this is when I just straight up gave up because Kadabra is gonna kick my butt. Anyway, attempt number 3. Yeah, this hand isn't going well, so let's just skip this one. Attempt to number 4! Woo! Because hopefully this attempt is actually pretty good. What I need to do to consider it a good hand is that I start with both Manaphy and Mew. And that's what I did. A Manaphy at front at the active, and Mew at the bench. And then I used this plain stadium card to boost my basic Pokemon's HP. Put a water energy on the Mew. They use Pokeball. And they sent out a Torchic in the bench. And also a Charmander in the bench. And Entei in the front, which you can already tell. Anyway, I used Professor Oak, got some of these 2 things. Got a Cape 9 Mew. Gotta switch into that Mew real quick. And let's see where we get. Holy crap, we got the Charizard X! This is perfect for Mew because Charizard X does more damage the less HP it has. And since Mew basically has less HP than my opponent, then it deals a lot of damage. And I destroyed the Entei. And I somehow won, too. Sure, yeah, it says that I need to earn like 3 points, and I earned like 2. But if my opponent is like a guaranteed win, which it felt like it, then, well, it kind of counted. But just in case if you didn't want it to count, then I got a bonus round for you. Because, well, why not? Just in case someone's gonna be complaining to comments saying that, oh, that battle didn't count. Well, this one better count, because this feels like a guaranteed win to me. Because if not, I don't know what does. Because, let's face it, my opponent isn't gonna let me get a W so easily. Anyway, I used water, got 2 Manaphy's and 1 shiny Mew. I put the water energy on the Mew thanks to the Manaphy. And my opponent is Electric Deck with an Eevee. Okay, just gonna wait for my opponent to use a move or do anything. Man, this is taking a while. Come on, do something! Okay, finally, they use a Pokeball. Then they grab out a Tadpole, a electric energy charger thing. They use Professor's Research to draw 2 more cards. And they got out a shiny Oricolo. Oricolo, whatever. Eevee attacks. I put an energy there, use Professor's Research, get a Stadium card, which is, this one's kind of pointless for my deck. You see, the reason why I have it in my deck is so I can switch out the Mew to the Manaphy in case I start with the Mew, and then just draw Manaphy later. Anyway, I was able to get Belly Bolt's move and use it on my opponent. And this is when things get a little bit interesting. You see, Oricolo has this ability where I can't be hit by EX moves. But what if a Mew, a normal Mew, uses an EX move from my opponent's EX Pokemon? Well, you're about to see or find out. I used Professor's Research and also I put in a Stadium card. I got another Mew, and I was able to get Jolteon's move, which actually damaged the Oricolo. And the Jolteon was an EX Jolteon, meaning that Mew somehow bypasses safeguard Oricolo, because technically the Mew is an EX Pokemon, which is pretty cool, don't you think? Anyway, my opponent does the whole healing strat with the Lucky Popsicle, which, well, sucks. But I get to redeem that because in my next turn, I get to use Electric's move. And I get a Tails. And it deals like 110 damage. Okay, this isn't really going good. Okay, they flip a coin, they healed up their Oricolo, and they also got their Tadpole up with more energies. They Sabrina'd me, but that's when I switch into my other Mew that I have. Get hit with 5 damage. But this is when I was able to use Mega Electric's move, which destroyed the Oricolo. And since my opponent has like 3 cards in his hand now, and only 1 Pokemon left, I basically won. I think. I'm gonna count it as a W. If not, you can tell me in the comments if it counts or not. If any of those count or not. But yeah. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you all next time. Bye-bye!